Now we start with one hour chart for XRP. Okay, if we refer to my last video when the price was within this range, we mentioned that if we get a flat or correction, we can look for buy. But as we can see, the price drop. Even I mentioned that if the price drop and come to this level, we need to look into the structure. Okay, now the question is, if the price break this low, the possibility the price can take this level and this is there. Okay, it depends how fast it can drop. Okay, that's mean if the price break this one, it give a correction, still we can expect to drop one more. But one things we need to be highlighted, because we are looking for buy. Even my last video I mentioned that still we have the possibility of looking at this correction for one move down. Okay, and even if you see we put this one, if this one break this low, we want to talk about the divergence, but the price haven't broke this low yet. Okay, that's mean if the price break this low, okay, mostly based on MACD we will have a divergence as well here. Okay, that's why we will be very interested in the buy. Okay, but before we look for buy, we need to get the trade set up. That's mean if the price break this low and we see the divergence, the first pullback with the flag, we buy and we try to manage it. Okay, and if we see the price break the low, we see it's not moving, correcting, we won't buy. If we want to buy, we want breakout, pullback, sharp pullback, correction, or small flag before we buy. But if we get the trade set up, I mean, we just keep it. If we see after we take the pullback correction, we see it's not moving, correcting, we take out the trade, because still we can look for one move down. Okay, as I say, if the price break this low, the first pullback with the flag, we will buy. How about if the price doesn't? Because as we can see, the price is almost reached to the low, but it haven't break there yet. Okay, how about if from here we get the pullback? If I see any sharp move, also with the correction, we will take the buy. Okay, with the stop loss below this. It depends on the traders where they want to put. Okay, then because in terms of the risk and reward, we can get a good trade setup. The only thing is we need to know how deep it can go, and the best thing is if the price can sharply break and reverse. Okay, now because of the way we're looking at this, even I explained in my last video, we putting this one in relative to each other, because this one dropping moving, but dropping is very slow. It's not, we don't have any sharp move. Okay, now again, we are not sure how deep it can go. If they break this one, still we can expect the price can drop to 94, 0.94. And after that, if there was a correction, still we can expect for 0.45. But what I want to say that is we putting this one as a correction. That means still we can expect one move up to break this top. That's why from now, any buy setup, we get it. If we get, we take it and we start to manage it. If it is not moving, as I say, if we see it's correcting, we take out the trade. We don't stay with the trade, okay? Because as I say, we don't know how deep this one can go. Okay, now I wanna just show the analysis based on weekly and daily chart. Okay, I wanna at least show something that we need to bear in mind, that if price drop by next week, then what we are looking for is like we're looking for buy. Mostly we are interested in the buy. We should aware of the the price can drop, and we should know why, what's the reason. Okay, no, but I don't want to say the price is going to drop structurally, just be talking about the structure. Okay, no, if you look at if you look at the weekly chart, all right, this is where the price was at the lowest, and this is where the first move we get it, including A, B, C, three waves. This is the first one. And now we see this correction. Okay, we have 1, 2, that means we should have one more. Okay, before we get the next pull, next move. All right, now the question is how deep this one can go. Whether the price can break or not, we will have both options. It depends on the how we're looking for the pattern. Okay, since this one haven't broke the top, that means we can expect the even the price come to this, break this one before it reverse, or give a correction before reverse. we will have both options, but the possibility the price come to this low is very low, is very less. And I don't want to mention because I know most of the traders, they don't like to talk about the price reached, retest this low. Okay, but I want to say that we will have both option, whether the price can break and finish this correction or drop without the break this low. Because if we talk about the Elliott wave, we will have both different type of the flat. All right, but we expect we get the drop without breaking this top. Maybe this low, maybe I move to daily chart, which will be more clear. Okay, that's mean if whether the price from here drop or we get one move up, later I will explain based on forward chart, the then drop, maybe we can expect, if we don't expect the price can retest this low, maybe we can expect that at least price can retest 0.35. Okay, I don't want to say that the price is going to drop. I want to say we need to, if we're looking for buy for long term, we need to be aware of this option. That's why we want to trade until we become clear about the news for the XRP. All right, now based on daily chart, still we, as I mentioned, based on the weekly, this is the first, and this is the 1, 2, and this is the last one, because this is a correction. This is the first wave correction. We're looking for the next. Okay, if we see internally, this one have 1, 2, 3 ABC, this one 1, 2, 3, and this one we should be looking for 1, 2, 3. Okay, but the only question is how deep this one can go before we get the next move, whether it can retest low or not again. Okay, now if we move to forward chart. Okay, based on forward chart, just now explaining about this two part, now we just want to focus on this. Okay, now as I show based on daily chart, if we consider this is as a first, this is a correction in relative to this, then we can expect one move down. Now the question is whether this is the one we're talking, or we can expect the price to get one move up then drop. Okay, why? Because right now we can put this one as a running flat together. Then that means still we can expect the price to move to break this top before it drop. Okay, now the question is whether we are looking for this or we expect the price to break the top, then from there we get this down move. Which one is the correct? Okay, now the question is how, also we don't know how deep it can go. For me, if I want to trade, if I get any buy setup within this range, within this correction, I will take it and I start to manage it. And as long as this price break this top, because you're expecting the price come to this top, then from there we make a decision whether this is going to continue and this is the only correction, or still we can, when the price comes here or higher, still we can expect one move down before we get the next move. All right, how? That means if we get any buy from here, when the price break this top, if this move continue and retest this high, then mostly this correction is finished. But if the price come to this level, break the top, if it is not moving, correcting, then we can say that still we can expect one move down. But right now we cannot confirm. The only things we can do it when we get any buy from this correction, we take it at least to this top. Then from there we see what is the movement within this range. Whether it's moving is like up. It keep the uptrend with a correction for the continuation, or it's going to move sideways. Then from there we can make a decision. At least we need to know that this is the last move of the correction we have been talking about. And the only thing is we want to know when this one will be finishing relative to this. Okay, and how deep this one can go, whether it starts from here or we can expect one move up before we get the down move, because we are talking about the Elliott wave. Okay, we want to know when this wave will be finished to get the next impulse. All right, and as we know, we have a news. That's why we need to know how we trading it and where we need to start to, where we should manage it. Okay, by the way, I don't want to say the price is going to reach 10 cents, but I want to say that we should aware that still we have that possibility. Okay, but again, it depends on the news as well. We want to see how good or bad is the news. All right, by the way, Now, based on this correction, as I say, we're looking for buy. Whether the price break this low or not, the first pullback with a correction with a flag, we buy and start to manage it. If it is not moving sideways, we take out the trade, we wait for the next drop, then from there we look for buy. Okay, anyway, we just follow the chart and we see how we can trade. And if we get any buy, we target is to break the stop. But whether from here or lower, it depends. But right now, if we get any buy within this range, the first target is here. That means when the price come to this top, we have to start to manage. We need to start manage it because we need to see whether there is a continuation or not. Why? For example, if the price retests, I mean from here reverse, you need to know about another flat. When the price come here, we see it's not moving correct. I mean, it's like start to correct or sideways. We should know that still we can look for the flat based on bigger. That's why it changed everything. All right. No, I don't need to talk about that. The only thing says we're looking for buy and we have to get the buy setup from here. All right. Anyway, we just follow the chart. If I see any trade setup that confirm for the buy, then I will share on YouTube. Thanks.